First week of the playoffs press conference with head coach Will Hall. Have an off week this week and preparing for next week's second round of the playoffs. Coach will start with a comment or two, and then we'll open up for questions.
Great week to be a Wolf this past week, to be able to win the conference. Obviously, is a huge accomplishment, especially in the Gulf South Conference, which we think is the best league in America. Shared it with North Alabama, which is a little bit disappointing for us as a football team. We wanted to win it outright, but to get a piece of it is certainly a great accomplishment. It was great to get a win versus Shorter. We were perfect at home this season. Great to go out on senior day for those seniors with a big win. We were able to come out of the game healthy again, which was good. And then Sunday we remained the number 1 seed, which gave us a bye week this week, getting ready for the winner of Carson Newman at Valdosta State. So we've had a good week of preparation so far, really worked on ourselves, trying to shore up some things that we want to improve on, getting some good work in. And I just want to make sure our blade's sharp going into next week. And, we got 4 more weeks after this week for this football team to be together. We're trying to enjoy that. And it's been a special group to coach so far, and we want to continue that. With that, I'll open it up for questions.
Coach, what's it like preparing in on a bye week where you know the 2 teams you're going to play, but you don't know exactly which one it is?
Well, one thing we want to do is really work on us, and we want to make sure that we're getting better at what we do because we don't exactly know who we're playing. Defensively, both teams are similar in scheme, so that's been good for us from an offensive standpoint. Offensively, they're both very different in schemes. In the kicking game, we're trying to really shore up, some possible issues and try to get better at our fundamentals. So really just working on us and healing up the guys that are banged up for the most part.
Talk about Marcus Sales, and 6 block kicks this year, 8 for his career. He just seems to have a second sense about getting back to, or fifth sense, however many senses it is.
Yeah. Well, first off, he has got a really quick first step. Coach O'Brien's done a tremendous job, and he'll tell you that. Marcus will, in getting him in positions to make those plays, but then Marcus has made them. And, he's just done a great job all year long. He really takes it serious. Our whole team does. And he's had a great year at corner as well. He doesn't have an interception on the year, but, he hasn't been thrown out a whole lot. And he's made a lot of big plays for us, and we think he's had an outstanding year, defensively as well as in the kicking game.
What about the total number of youngsters you had honored this week, all Gulf South Conference? School record, all deserving. In fact, you had more deserving than actually got honored.
Yeah, it was a great week for those young men that were honored. We were a little disappointed in some of them that weren't, that we thought have had really good years. And, but we got to control what we can control, and it's great for the ones that were honored, and the ones that weren't honored, they need to take that as a little bit of drive, a little motivation to continue to improve and, to continue to show people what they can do. And but I tell you, you can't let other people's feelings about you ever dictate what you think of yourself and what you're getting done on a day-to-day basis, whether it's good or bad. The young men that made all conference, they've got to continue to work, continue to get better, and the young men that didn't make it, that felt like they should, they've got to continue to work and get better and evaluate things how we evaluate them and continue to improve for 4 more weeks.
First team all-purpose player Devontae Jackson, redshirt freshman. He had another good week this past week, 84 rushing yards, and he's led us now the last 3 or 4 weeks or so in rushing. Talk about his progression as a player.
Yeah, he's really coming on, making a lot of people miss. He's become a dynamic playmaker for us. He put the ball on the ground twice this week, which he's disappointed in. He hasn't done that since the first week of the season. That's something we got to shore up moving forward. But Vaughn is a guy with a great attitude. He really works hard each week. He's an explosive guy in the weight room. He's getting stronger. He's just a true freshman, and he's going to continue to improve and get stronger and better as his career goes on and his awareness goes up. But we do a lot of things with him. We ask a lot of him, and I've been pleased with how he's performed and how he's gotten better as his freshman year's gone on.
Coach, you've been here almost 2 years now. You've played 26 games now, and this is the first time you've had a bye. So it's a little different routine. Are you doing anything special to keep players focused and fresh or anything like that?
No, we're just, we took Sunday and Monday off, and we're practicing this week, and we'll give them a little time off this weekend just to kind of recharge our battery, if you will, get away from each other, and But mostly we're just trying to keep our blades sharp, and then our guys that are banged up, try to get them healthy. We got 4 more weeks after this week. And the goal as a coach and the goal as a program is to improve as the year goes on. And we hit 90% on our maxes, I think, last week in the weight room with Coach Curtis. And we hope that we're still improving. I don't think we've played our best football yet as a team. I think we've had some really good games, but I don't think we've played our absolute best yet. And hopefully, that's coming up.
Coach, you were road warriors in the playoffs a year ago. It's reversed this year. You get to open the doors at this house. How is that?
That's great. It's great for us as a team, but it's also great for our community and our university. To host playoff games in Carrollton, I think, is another step in the right direction for what we need to do. It's another thing to cross off that list of things that have never been done. And, like I said, we want to get to a point where there's none of those left. And, so we're excited about it. I think as the playoffs go on and grind, if we can maintain our focus and keep winning, I think as the grind goes on deep into the playoffs, I think playing at home allows you to stay fresh and withstand that whole, grind of it as it moves forward.
If there were one thing that you could point to that would sustain a drive in the playoffs, what would it be that this team needs to do?
We need to control what we can control. For instance, this week, we don't need to worry about who we might be playing. The good Lord's going to send to us next week whoever He wants to, and we need to accept that challenge, whoever it is, and we need to control what we can control right now, which is having a great day of practice again and getting better. And then we'll play who we play next week, and then the next week after that, we'll play who we play, and just focus on the things, like I said, we can control and not worry about all the outside things.
Good.
Thanks a lot, guys. Go Wolves.